Not too long ago, we ranked every gold camo in Call of Duty from the worst to the absolute best. And one of the main comments on the video, yes, I read every single comment on every single video, it's true, was now do diamond. Mastery camos, they're a huge part of Call of Duty now. Gold camo was made part of the core progression back in the original Black Ops, but in 2012, Treyarch decided to take things a step further with a camo above gold, a secret camo, which led to the now iconic diamond camo, which is unlocked by getting gold camo on every gun in the game. And you know what? You guys loved it when we ranked every gold camo a few days ago, so today we're going to rank every single diamond camo in Call of Duty history from the worst to the best. And just like the gold ranking video, we're only going to be looking at the official diamond camos, not diamond equivalents. So you let me know in the comments what you think the best diamond camo in Call of Duty history is. Let me know if you want me to rank another camo in Call of Duty, and let's start off with the worst of the worst, even though it's not actually that bad. At number 10, Advanced Warfare. Now, as far as diamond camos go, I would call this one underwhelming. I think I get what Sledgehammer was going for here by covering the whole gun in silver gems, but something about the camo just kind of looks lame in motion. Doesn't shine very much. There isn't much reflection when you hold it up to the light, and that's one of the main appeals of using diamond camo in the first place. But like I said, it's not a bad camo. It's just kind of underwhelming. It's definitely the weakest diamond camo in the franchise, if you ask me. And since we're talking about this style of diamond camo, segue, but hold on. Guys, I made you a promise. I said if you subscribe to the Chaos Let's Play channel, that I would do Call of Duty campaigns. I just, or am about to finish the Call of Duty World War II campaign, and I'm telling you right now, why don't they do cinematic cutscenes like that anymore in Call of Duty? It looks like a freaking Saving Private Ryan movie. It really does. Link is at the top of the description, and it's the pinned comment if you guys want to go subscribe over there. We're doing God of War, we're doing Call of Duty, we're going to pick a new Call of Duty soon, maybe doing Detroit Become Human. You guys can help me pick what we play next. At number 9, there it is, COD World War II. Now, COD World War II's diamond camo is basically just the Advanced Warfare diamond camo a second time around, but in a more grounded environment, which frankly makes it look a bit better. Call of Duty World War II is a much more grounded game in more ways than one, so even though the diamond camo is still straightforward, cover the gun in little gems kind of deal, and even though it's still not very shiny, it fits the game a lot more than it fit Advanced Warfare. And it's way better than the gold camo in COD World War II. I think, COD World War II's gold camo pretty low by the gold ranking list, but the diamond, it is better, which is how it's supposed to be in every Call of Duty camo progression, but it's one of the weaker diamond camos overall in Call of Duty history. So here it is at number 9. Again, it's not bad on its own, but it's not as good as others we're going to talk about. At number 8, Vanguard. I really don't mean to pick on Sledgehammer by putting their 3 diamond camos as the bottom 3 on the list. I just realized I did that, but that's how it turned out. Vanguard once again used the Advanced Warfare template for the diamond camo, which means once again it's covered the gun in gems, but it was probably the best iteration of the camo so far, partially because of the fact that this game was built on the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, which that gave Sledgehammer the ability to get a lot more precise and detail with it. Now granted, some guns look a little strange with this version of the diamond, because for some reason the camo looked rendered differently depending on the gun model it was being applied to, but I think it looked good. It was solid. That's not me saying it looked good across the board, because there were some guns where it looked really bad, but for the most part, this version of diamond, it was fine. And probably the best Sledgehammer diamond camo so far. At number 7, Black Ops Cold War. This is the point in the list where we spin it around. Everything moving forward is going to be A tier or higher. Cold War is what the Vanguard diamond camo probably should have looked like. The gun gets covered in little gems just like in the Sledgehammer COD games, but the gems are more shiny and reflective. Certain parts of the gun will be solid gold to give it some dimension. Treyarch has a history of making the best diamond camos in Call of Duty history, which makes sense since they invented it, and even though this is the weakest Black Ops diamond camo so far, it's really good. Like I said, everything from this point on is A tier or better, and Black Ops Cold War's diamond camo, it looked awesome. At number 6, Black Ops 6. Basically an update to the Black Ops Cold War diamond camo, meaning it would cover a lot of the gun in silver gems, but then make certain parts of the hardware solid gold to give it dimension. It was literally the Black Ops Cold War version of Diamond, but updated with better graphics and higher definition textures to look better. I mean, that might make you guys upset, because the general COD community's consensus is that Black Ops Cold War is a better game than Black Ops 6, and in some ways I would agree with that, but we're just ranking camos here. And the Black Ops 6 Diamond camo is better. And I definitely think it's time for the Call of Duty engine to be refreshed, because the Modern Warfare 2019 engine is being pushed to its absolute limits. But hey, at least it can make an awesome diamond camo. At number 5, COD Mobile. When I ranked all the gold camos in COD history, I made sure to note that COD Mobile is kind of dependent on what kind of hardware you're running, because if you're running an older phone with lower graphic settings, this camo probably doesn't look very good. But if you're running the game at its fullest potential, you're going to be very satisfied with how the camo looks. COD Mobile's Diamond Camo looks a lot like Black Ops Cold War and Black Ops 6 style of Diamond, but it's applied to a giant roster of guns with a ton of different possibilities for how the gems and the solid gold hardware are applied. It's a pretty big grind to unlock. Once you get there, it's very much worth the effort. In a game that's free to play, it's kind of rare to see something like this when you get such a great piece of FPS progression. It's like the Black Ops Cold War and Black Ops 6 version of Diamond, but applied to a ridiculous amount of guns, so I had to rank it higher. At number 4, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is one of the best games in Call of Duty history. It's not really any shocker that this version of Diamond Camo was seen as a fan favorite. This is the most gold-infused version of Diamond in COD history, but honestly, I think it worked. It was distinctly different from previous versions of Diamond while also being super rewarding in its own right. The whole gun is covered in gems and shiny trinkets, and that's totally deserved because Black Ops 3 wasn't exactly the easiest game to earn Diamond Camo and definitely kept you feeling rewarded for putting all the work into earning the camo in the first place. At number 3, shocker, Infinite Warfare. Most Diamond Camos in Call of Duty history either fall into the Black Ops camp of the solid gold plus gems or the Sledgehammer camp of cover the gun in gems. But Infinite Warfare actually did something completely different where the Diamond Camo looked like the gun was properly molded out of this huge chunk of diamond. Granted, the Diamond Camo was actually updated a few months into the game's life cycle in order to make it more rewarding and more interactive with the lighting of the map. But since I like to do these ranking videos based on how the content is right now, I think that means that Infinite Warfare Diamond Camo gets a top 3 spot. Diamond Camo and IW truly looks like each gun is carved out of a giant shiny slab of diamond. It makes every gun look like they weigh 500 pounds, which is pretty cool. Infinite Warfare's Diamond Camo was not easy to unlock, and I'm glad that IW went so hard on making the camo this satisfying to use. You can hate the game all you want. You can't deny how cool the camo is. At number 2, Black Ops 4. It's kind of a love or hate it kind of Call of Duty game, right? But one thing Treyarch did amazingly in the game was Diamond. Not only did the default Diamond Camo look amazing, but Treyarch also decided to make the Diamond Camo interactive. So every 5 kills you got with a Diamond-equipped gun would trigger a change in the camo. So when you first spawned in, it would look like normal Diamond Camo. And then every 5 kills, you would get rewarded. The camo would evolve and change colors, making it one of the coolest camos in Call of Duty history because it really did reward you for playing well after rewarding you for unlocking the camo in the first place. Black Ops 4 wasn't everybody's cup of tea, I get it. I do. Wasn't totally mine, but I've kind of drawn to it. The fact that the camo was reactive and would reward you even further for playing well, that was a nice touch. It really made the camo feel special. I mean, much more so than other Mastery camos in Call of Duty history. I mean, you can say that other Mastery camos looked better than the Black Ops 4 version of Diamond, but at the end of the day, did those other Mastery camos, or were they reactive? Did they reward you? Nope. At number 1, no shocker, Black Ops 2. Sometimes you just can't beat the classics. Diamond Camo made its debut in Black Ops 2. I still think it's the best version we've ever gotten, and I'm not denying there might be some level of nostalgia influencing my decision today, but even if you were to look at this camo today and judge it by modern COD camo standards, I think it's the top. Instead of covering the whole gun with jewels, the Black Ops 2 Diamond Camo would add a whole bunch of shiny gems on top of the gold-plated gun, so it was like a proper evolution of the gold camo that you already worked so hard to get your hands on, which made it more satisfying. On top of all that, it was gorgeous. It was a perfect level of shiny and reflective without being distracting. It really stood out compared to the other camos in the game. It didn't really clash with the art style of the game as a whole. It's iconic. It was the standard for Diamond Camo for the longest, and frankly, I still think it is. Again, it might be a cop-out for me to put the original as the best, but after seeing everything in the video, I don't know if you guys are going to blame me or not. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I got it right or wrong. Rank them if you want to, and I hope to see you guys over on the Chaos Let's Play channel.